What's up there? This is Mr. Mike Kaufman, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use a presentation in Zoom, how to present your screen in Zoom without losing the space to be able to see your students, to be able to access controls, to be able to see your speaker notes and all these other things that sometimes you lose when you go to present in a full screen when sharing in Zoom. All right, so let's get into it. So here I've got Zoom open. Right now, if I click to then share screen, so I want to share my desktop and click share, right? And then I go over to my presentation, right? I've lost my speaker notes. I only have 2 other people in this session, so it's not a big deal. But if I have a full class or a larger group, either I can't see them or it's going to block my presentation. I've got my controls there, right? It becomes a whole lot going on. And if you're really trying to focus on who's in your meeting and what you're presenting about, it becomes a lot to manage. It can be distracting. So here's another option. So what I have here is I have my presentation opened up, and I'm going to sort of put it up on my screen right around there. I want to be able to access my slides over on the left side. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller because I feel like that's going to be big enough. For example, if you've got some speaker notes, you can see your speaker notes, you can see your screen. I can access there, so I'm good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to share screen. I'm going to click on, slides over, advanced. And I'm going to share just a portion of my screen. Now the same thing, if I want to share my computer sound because I'm going to end up doing a video or optimize for screen share, whatever it is, I can click those off as well. Click share. And then now what's going to happen is the only thing that my audience sees are what's in this green box. So if I just bring it right around there, let me drag that to right around there. So now you'll notice, right, I've got this whole side of my screen here to see all my students. For example, if I've got polling or if I've got the chat open or whatever it is, I can slide it over here, right? And I can really see things a whole lot easier. Maybe put my control panel up top, right? So now I have all of a sudden more room to access all my things, my speaker notes, and then I can sit there and I can change from one slide to the next and so forth. And if we see, right, so just as you get a view of it, right, so that is my participants window, right? So you can see they don't see anything else except for a full screen of the presentation. And what else is nice is similar to anything else with Zoom, right? If I were to bring my chat over in front of it, you can't see it. So those features still work where it hides the Zoom settings and so forth. So again, this is a workaround if you don't have 2 monitors or whatever it is and you just want to create a little more space, you're able to see more things while going through a presentation. Now, a couple things to consider. One is if you have an embedded video, right? So for example, I've got my video down here on this slide. Sometimes that can be a little bit of a challenge to play, right? So that's one of those that you might have to then figure a workaround to play a video. Maybe it's in a separate tab, maybe stop share and reshare, whatever it is. So that's something definitely to consider. There now my video is playing. So again, you can see it, right? It played up there. So that does work, but you can see it's not ideal. And the other thing is if you then want to move away from your presentation and then go to sharing into a website, you're going to have a little bit of, either some resizing to do with the green square, or you're going to have to stop share and reshare. So those are a couple sort of things to consider when choosing or not to use this sort of trick. But again, just a different way to be able to share a presentation, still see those speaker notes, get a better view of all your students at once, see, access the chat, whatever else you might need during a presentation without losing your whole screen in presentation mode. Hope it's helpful.